Annie Walters' early life is unknown, with limited information available about her. In contrast, Amelia Satch's life is extensively documented. Born Frances Amelia Thorne on May 5, 1867, in Hamperston, Dorset, Satch was the fourth of 10 children and had 3 sisters. Her marriage to Geoffrey Satch took place in 1896, and she operated as an active figure even before her association with Walters. By 1902, Satch established her practice at Claymore House, a semi-detached red brick villa in East Finchley, North London. Notably, she was a qualified midwife, and the 1901 England and Wales census revealed that she was a mother to a daughter named Lillian, born in Clapham. Satch, however, was not truthful about her age, claiming to be 29 when she was actually 32. On the other hand, Annie Walters' background remains largely unknown, except for her previous marriage and struggles with alcohol, occasionally advertising herself as a sick nurse. At the time of her arrest, she was deemed feeble, indicating a feeble-minded state. Interestingly, there is a potential connection between the two women in an earlier homicide case. In 1899, Louise Massett faced trial for the murder of her son Manfred, whose body was discovered in the ladies' lavatory at Dalston Junction railway station. Although circumstantial evidence pointed to Louise as the perpetrator, she maintained her innocence, asserting that she had handed Manfred over to 2 ladies running an establishment for the care of children. The police claimed to have made some efforts to locate these women, but the extent of their investigation remains unclear. Despite a petition for mercy, Louise Massett was convicted and executed on January 9, 1900. The possibility exists that Satch and Walters were connected to this earlier tragedy. Amelia Satch ran a maternity facility initially located in Stanley Road and later moved to Claymore House in Hertford Road, both situated in East Finchley, London. In approximately 1900, she initiated a troubling practice of advertising the option for individuals to leave their babies in her care, coupled with the acceptance of money for adoptions. The clientele, as inferred from witness testimonies, primarily consisted of pregnant servants from local households whose employers were eager to handle the matter discreetly. Satch imposed fees for the lying-in process and separate charges for adoption, presenting prospective parents with a gift ranging between £25 and £30. Annie Walters, who was partnered with Satch, would retrieve the newborns and subsequently end their lives using a lethal mixture of chlorodyne, a medication containing morphine. Their criminal activities came to light when Walters aroused suspicions from her landlord in Islington, who happened to be a police officer. The extent of their gruesome actions resulted in the murder of an unknown number of babies, estimated to be over a dozen. During their trial at the Old Bailey, the sheer quantity of baby clothes discovered at Claymore House served as compelling evidence, highlighting the extensive nature of their crimes. Despite a local campaign seeking to commute their sentence to life imprisonment, Satch and Walters faced the ultimate punishment. On February 3, 1903, William Billington carried out the execution, making them the first women to be hanged at Holloway. This event marked the only double hanging of women in modern times. Charles Barr's early life remains shrouded in mystery. Born in Memphis in 1903, he was the sole son of a Baptist minister. In adulthood, he entered into matrimony with a woman named Luada, and the couple found contentment in city life. Charles earned his livelihood as a chauffeur and house servant for the Van Fossen family, where he was treated with respect and viewed as an honest and diligent worker. Despite his positive reputation, Barr harbored a desire for a more extravagant lifestyle and believed that the fastest route to achieve this was through engaging in robberies. On January 27, 1923, Barr borrowed a car from a friend and drove to a secluded road near Memphis, a known local Lover's Lane. There he encountered 19-year-old salesman Duncan Waller from Mayfield, Kentucky, and his mistress, Ruth McElwain Tucker of Bowling Green. Parking the car nearby, Barr approached them on foot. Upon reaching the automobile, he brandished a .25 caliber pistol and fatally shot Waller. Frightened, Tucker fled from the car, sprinting towards a nearby field. Barr caught up with her, assaulted her, before shooting her as well. After the gruesome acts, Barr stole the woman's jewelry and valuables before returning to Waller's lifeless body and repeating the theft. He then fled the scene. The milkman discovered their bodies during his routine later. Despite efforts by both the police and local citizen detective agencies to solve the case, no arrests were made at the time. 4 months later, on May 29th, Barr once again borrowed the car and returned to the same location. There, he found 27-year-old grocery store executive W.O.B. Spencer and his date, schoolteacher Laura Wheaton Johnson, engaged in conversation inside the car. Barr stealthily approached them and was noticed by Johnson, who began screaming. In response, Barr swiftly shot and killed Spencer. He then targeted Johnson, shooting her, but she managed to survive. Realizing she was still alive, Barr took her hostage, demanding her jewelry and planning to end her life in another secluded area. However, Johnson courageously leapt out of the moving car and sought refuge in the nearest house, where she explained the horrifying events to the homeowner. Alarmed, the homeowner took her to the police station, where she recounted the incident, though she struggled to provide an accurate description of the assailant. Although the petting party bandit did not commit any further known murders after the initial cases, the incident stirred considerable attention in Memphis during that period. The perpetrator, who utilized a .25 caliber pistol in both attacks and stole valuables from the victims, prompted detectives to focus on tracing the stolen items. A breakthrough came in July of 1924 when Detective Sergeant John Long observed a local pawnbroker selling a watch similar to the one taken from Tucker's body. Upon investigation, authorities discovered that Luada Barr, the wife of a chauffeur employed by prominent Memphis politician E.H. Crump, had pawned the watch. Subsequent questioning and property searches led to the discovery of the murder weapon in Barr's car trunk. Confronted with mounting evidence, Barr confessed to the detectives and provided a written admission of sole responsibility for all 3 slayings. Prosecutors announced their intention to seek the death penalty for Barr, who declined to hire an attorney. As a result, public defenders Grover McCormick and Floyd Creasy were appointed to represent him. Amid the trial, some media outlets speculated that Barr might have been involved in 2 similar attacks in the Memphis area. However, Barr denied responsibility for those crimes, and no evidence linked him to the incidents. In the cases he faced charges for, Laura Johnson positively identified a wristwatch found in the Barr household as the one looted from Spencer's corpse. Barr was tried solely for the killing of Spencer. The trial was temporarily adjourned on October 23rd due to Justice J. Ed Richards falling ill. When proceedings resumed, the defense argued that Barr's confession should be deemed unreliable, alleging it was obtained under duress, a claim disputed by the police department. On October 28th, Barr was found guilty of first-degree murder, and on November 6th, he received the death sentence. He appealed to the Tennessee Supreme Court, the Supreme Court of the United States, and then Governor Austin Peay to commute his sentence, but all appeals were rejected. As a result, on August 20th, 1926, he was executed by electric chair at the Tennessee State Prison, becoming the 24th convict to undergo such an execution since the state transitioned from hanging. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing by clicking the red subscribe button below. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss